You don't need to. You don't need to put up or try to keep up with the Joneses. Hmm? Don't do it. Because come January morning, January is the toughest month of the year. It's my birth month, but it's not a month that is popular because it comes with a lot of hardship. Yeah? Because we spend a lot and we party a lot and have a good time, and then come after the New Year's Eve party, we say, but wait, the mortgage due, the rent due, the back to school expenses, the credit card bills, yeah? And we say, backside, oh, we're going to do this now. Yeah? So please, don't spend what you don't have for Christmas. Don't. All you need to do is to make sure you have some food in the house. Yes? And the food is expensive, Make sure you have some food in the house. Yeah? And you have some credit. Credit is important. No, I didn't know I would be saying this, but credit is important now. So you keep in touch with the family. You call the family. If you can't go visit, you go call mommy or daddy or grandpa or grandma or cousin, whoever, and check upon them, and so make sure you have some credit. And now the credit is such that you can do it via WhatsApp, not cost you much. Yeah? But that is the nature of where we are. We got a bitch of a lick on the 28th of October from that hurricane, Melissa. We don't recover yet. Far from recovering from Melissa. So, you have a whole strain now. And as you know, it is a time when not only we at the micro level, the household level, at the national level, it's a big issue. How are we going to be able to finance the recovery? The international community and multilaterals have been responsive and have given us certain commitments, but we have a big job to do. How we're going to manage it, how we're going to execute, how we're going to implement the projects and the rebuilding in a way that is efficient and directed to those who really need it. Yeah? Big job ahead of us for 2026 and beyond, because it won't be done in a year. It's looking more like 3 to 5 years before we can rebuild what Melissa has destroyed. And then we have to be mindful that come June next year, the hurricane season is back upon us. God forbid, I don't even like to think it, much less say it. We have to hope and pray that we are not hit again by another Melissa-like hurricane. Can you imagine? No, let us not. Let us not. Yeah? So take some rest. Hold on to your cash. Yes? And let us gird our loins for 2026. And energy, electricity, going to be a big issue for us next year. Yeah. Right now there's a raging debate threatening to turn into a row between the government and the opposition over its actions in restoring energy, electricity to those badly affected areas in Western Jamaica, and going forward with a new electricity license. That's now the center of a full-blown quarrel between the government and the opposition. On the one hand, the government has decided to lend JPS 150 million US dollars, $24 billion, so that they are able to restore fully electricity by the end of January. Without it, they say that it would take them beyond the summer months of June, July. The opposition is not in agreement with it. Yes, and then there's a matter of the JPS, the electricity license. That is also a bone of contention. And yesterday, the Energy Minister, Darrell Vaz, and the opposition spokesman on energy, Philip Paulwell, went at each other. They clashed over who is adopting the better strategy and approach. And it is something that we have to pay attention to. Yes? Philip Paulwell accused Darrell Vaz of being clueless in his approach to the negotiations with JPS over a new All Island electricity license. Yes, he said Vaz don't know what, no, let me use his word, clueless, without a clue. He don't have no knowledge of what going on. Vaz hit back at Paulwell, saying that you shut up, you're the one who burdened Jamaica with a bad license in the first place. Yeah? Here's Siobhan Campbell's report on the clash between the two of them.
Dishonest and disingenuous. That's Energy Minister Darrell Vaz's response to Philip Paulwell's claims regarding the current JPS license negotiations. On the social media platform X, Paulwell wrote, "Why is Darrell Vaz afraid to do a one-on-one public debate with me on the high price of electricity? Is he afraid that it will be revealed that he doesn't have a clue about the various policy options and that we don't have to wait until 2027 for a new JPS license?" Minister Vaz did not let the slight go unchallenged. He accused Paulwell of dishonesty, saying nobody has ever suggested that the country has to wait until 2027 for a new license. The minister says it is telling that even the architect of the flawed license, Philip Paulwell, sees that it cannot and should not continue. Minister Vaz also highlighted that Paulwell is an energy consultant. He also says the current license was negotiated and signed by the PNP and renewed by Paulwell as Energy Minister in January 2016. The Energy Minister says the terms facilitating this increase are a direct result of the 2016 license, negotiated and implemented by Paulwell and the PNP. Minister Vaz also stated that Paulwell has the opportunity to debate him in the lower house, which he does annually during sectoral debates. This, he says, is a fact Paulwell should be aware of as leader of opposition business in the House. He also says he doesn't need a debate to remind Jamaicans who sued the citizens over the JPS license. Minister Vaz is alluding to the 2012 lawsuit from Citizens United to Reduce Electricity, CURE. CURE challenged the constitutionality of the license held by the JPS. However, the challenge was dismissed by the Supreme Court. Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
Thank you, Siobhan. So that is the summary of the political quarrel taking place between Mr. Vaz and Mr. Paulwell. Yeah, what do you think? You can tell me, yeah, a little later, what are your thoughts on it? Yeah, and you know, these matters are things that we should grapple with as a public, as a country, you know, because energy is one of the key determinants of our economic well-being. Yes, energy, the cost of electricity, is terribly important. Yeah, and we in Jamaica have had a problem for decades with the cost of electricity. It's too expensive. Too expensive. Yeah? For everybody. Business people, residential consumers. Yeah. For some people, it is so difficult that they resort to illegal ways of accessing electricity. They steal it. And you know that is a big problem in several communities across the country. And not only communities, businesses too. Some businesses have been caught stealing electricity. Yeah. So it is something that we have to grapple with and pay close attention to. Yeah. And of course you're not going to escape the politics, but we have to keep focus on, at the end of the politicking, what do we get? Yeah? We can't continue with that license that was heavily in favor of the provider. Yeah? Heavily. That must change. That has to change. At the same time, we now hear that the additional 100 line workers have now joined the team deployed by the JPS to restore power to communities. JPS says the additional lines workers arrived from the US and Canada over the last 2 days. Yeah? On Monday, more than 60 came in from Greystone Utility Services of Canada. And on Tuesday, another 40 came in from Tempest Energy. Yeah? And there are about now 210 workers from Tempest on the island. And according to JPS, the incoming workers have given a significant boost to their ability to repair and rebuild and to restore power as quickly as possible. Well, let us see. Minister Vaz told us that we should all have power back by the end of January, give and take a couple of days, with the $150 million that they have lent to JPS. Vaz is going to be in problems if JPS doesn't deliver it, you know. Then better damn well deliver and restore the power by the end of January, first week of February. Gotta get the money. Yes? Oh, time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and...
The Time brought to you by the Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport. Fueling growth everywhere is...
It's now 18 minutes after 10.
Every road, every ride, Bert's Auto Parts and KYB have you covered. From October 24, 2025 to January 30, 2026, get 15% off when you purchase 2 or more KYB shocks at any Bert's location. Plus, enjoy 10% off installation at Bert's Service Center. And for a limited time, you also get a gift with every KYB shocks purchase. So whether it's pothole, corners, or smooth highways, ride in comfort and confidence with KYB shocks from Bert's Auto Parts. Conditions apply. It hurts if you don't check Bert's.
The following Christmas safety tip is brought to you by the Firearm Licensing Authority. Has your licensed firearm been lost or stolen? Time is of the essence. Report the incident immediately to both the nearest police station and the Firearm Licensing Authority. Quick action can prevent your firearm from being used in illegal activities, and it also helps you to avoid penalties that could arise from the delay in reporting. Keeping the authorities informed is not only a legal obligation, but a critical safety measure. The preceding Christmas safety tip was brought to you by the Firearm Licensing Authority.
Struggling with your student loan? Or maybe you're already on top of it, but you want to save even more. Introducing the Student Loan Bureau Debt Reset Program. Effective December 1, 2025, here's what you get. Waivers on late fees, reduction of interest arrears, and even discounts on your interest rate when you maintain good standing for a year. Reset your debt today. Visit slbja.com or email us at debtreset@slbja.com.
This holiday, escape to a place where every moment feels like the first time, every time. At Couples Resorts, your getaway begins at $405 USD per night across 4 breathtaking resorts: Tower Isle, Sans Souci, Negril, and Swept Away. Book and travel by December 28th, 2025 and rediscover the joy of unwinding together. And on December 25th, celebrate with our Christmas brunch at the Patio Restaurant at Tower Isle, $150 USD per person. Couples Resorts, rediscover paradise.
Cliff says, what's on his mind? Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, and 630-9374.
My hands were
Coming to you
steady.
this morning from the National Police College in Twickenham Park, just outside of Spanish Town in St. Catherine. And we're here for the Transforming Our Police Service Awards ceremony, TOPS. Yes? The police force, the JCF, has been on a journey of transformation in the delivery of its services to the people of Jamaica. And one of them is an annual recognition of the fruits of that process of transformation. Yeah, where they recognize the very best among them, areas of excellence, and that's what they'll be doing this morning. Looking forward to hear from the Commissioner of Police himself, Dr. Kevin Blake, and the State Minister of National Security and Peace, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn. Yes, and some of the winners as well. The police force, the security forces, not only the police, but the JDF, they're having one of their best years in many, many years. 2025. The security forces can take credit, walk with their heads high, their shoulders erect, and when you speak with them, as I have, you hear from them a newfound level of confidence and pride because they have done a fantastic job in reducing major crimes in this country to a point where many of us who have been around for a little while thought impossible. And 2025 is going to go down as the year that the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the Jamaica Defense Force, broke the back of criminality in this country. I make bold to make that statement. 2025 may very well be the year that we broke the back of criminality and the perpetrators of violence in the country. Yeah, we, the state, the people of Jamaica, are on the offensive now. We have the handle, not the criminals and the murderers and their financiers. They are on the run. When was the last time we could suggest, much less declare that? It's been a long time, too long. 24 minutes after 10 o'clock. Following Hurricane Melissa, nationwide has been trying to do its part in the rebuild and recovery process, we have been doing a series of outside broadcasts. We have been dubbing it Rebuilding Jamaica Post Melissa. Yeah? And we had planned originally to do 5 of them, concluding tomorrow in Hanover. Well, you know, things happen on the ground, you know, and experience is the greatest teacher. Yeah? That series officially came to an end last Friday in Lacovia. But we have not, and we're going to forget the people, the residents of Hanover. We are going to be in Hanover in a different form tomorrow. Residents of Hanover, their distribution and access point will take place during the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Care Initiative at Cold Spring Square. Yeah? Oh, today, not tomorrow, today. Yeah? In Hanover. Your day to benefit from the donations we have gotten from our listeners or viewers or corporate sponsors is at Cold Spring Square. Yeah? There, the JCF Care Initiative is taking place today. And we have provided care packages courtesy of our nationwide 90 FM YouTube community. Yeah, our YouTubers have risen to the occasion and they have delivered their representative J-Ham, Music My, Carnox delivered, yes, and we are going to be distributing those today at Cold Spring Square, yeah, under the aegis of the JCF's Care Initiative. And the YouTubers donated clothing by the Digital Foundation, textbooks from LMH Publishing, all of which have been handed over to the JCF for distribution on our behalf. While the nationwide team will not be physically on location, we are encouraging the residents of Hanover to come out this morning, today, at Cold Spring Square. Yeah? The outreach, of course, reflects our continued commitment to help rebuild Jamaica one community at a time. And we can't say thanks enough to the YouTubers, yes, led by J-Ham, Carnox, Music My, and several others. Yeah? And we also have to say thanks to our partners for contributing to the success of what we have been doing over the last month. The National Health Fund, NHF, the Office of the Prime Minister, the Ministry of Economic Growth and Infrastructure Development, Petrojam, the Airports Authority of Jamaica, LMH Publishing, the Jerry Neville Foundation, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the National Solid Waste Management Authority, the Pharmaceutical Society of Jamaica, Phoenix Vision Center, CUNA Caribbean Insurance, the National Water Commission, the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, Kemlani Mart, the Kemlani Mart Group, thank you so much, Rural Water Supply Limited, Region 4 of the Ministry of Education, Purity Bakery, Wisinco, Digicel Foundation, Maxfield Bakery, Kiss Baking Company, Bungalow Gems J.A., Starline Jamaica, Mother's Bakery, the JCF, the JDF, and of course, the nationwide staff, our listeners, and our amazing nationwide 90 FM YouTube community. It would not have been possible without every one of you. And I want to say thank you all so much on behalf of the entire nationwide team. Yes? When we took this on, yeah, we knew we had to get out there and help our fellow Jamaicans, our listeners, our customers. You are. Yeah? But we learned a lot. Trust me, we learned a lot. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right.
Mark's the Superstore, Lionel Town and Portland Cottage Bear Clarendon has all your hardware needs.
Visit our expanded showroom today and shop at leisure for your building materials, furniture, and appliances.
Take advantage of the 10% discount every Thursday on all brands cooking gas.
The Tide by Mark's Superstore, helping you build dreams from the ground up, is
10:30.
Eclipse Enterprise is your go-to source for billiards, amusement machines, and electronics. Telephone 876-960-3891. The temperature by Eclipse Enterprise is...
It's 30 degrees Celsius in capital city Kingston, 29 in the tourist capital of Montego Bay.
The preceding message is brought to you by the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Reform, the Honorable Delroy Chuck.
Hurricane Melissa has left deep wounds across our nation. Lives have been upended, homes and livelihoods shattered, and communities that once bustled with hope now face immense challenges. Our people have always risen to meet adversity with courage and love. And so today, I call upon a very special core of nation builders, our custodians, our parish justices of the peace associations, along with all well-thinking Jamaicans. I urge you to mobilize, to support families who have lost everything, and to lend hands and hearts where they're needed most. Importantly, work with government agencies, the churches, civic organizations, and others to ensure everyone who needs help get assisted. Jamaica will rebuild, and we will do so together. May God bless you all, and may God bless Jamaica, land we love.
The preceding message was brought to you by the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Reform, the Honorable Delroy Chuck.
Jamaica's largest tile selection just got even bigger. Discover what's new at Active Home Center. With our latest arrivals, it's easier than ever to make your space truly unique. Explore ocean blues, botanical greens, and soft sandy neutrals that bring a calm, effortless vibe. From bold patterns to sleek, large format tiles in glossy or matte finishes, every room makes a statement. Shop now at Active Kingston and Montego Bay. Active Home Center. More savings, more choices.
Season's greetings. Here is your invitation to join Oasis with Lloyd Gale, December 16 to 26 at 12:55 p.m. Listen to Music for Christmas, all toward a blessed Christmas season 2025. Oasis, December 16 to 26, only on Nationwide.
Public opinion.
Stop this foolish about this GLP and PMP business. We are a Jamaican.
Different people.
It's not a matter of a GLP or a PMP. I think it's more like where it is that you think you're comfortable, what support you can afford to make the country better.
Different views.
Most entertainers, they're not amenable to management, so the only thing that can ultimately structure them is the court and the prison.
Public opinion. The voice of the people at 6:25 p.m. weekdays during Nationwide at 5. Tune into Nationwide at 6:25 p.m. for Public Opinion, where the people's views matter.
Public Opinion is brought to you by Cleasing Industrial Supplies Limited, Industrial Automation and Control Solutions.
Numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, and 630-9374.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me.
So we're here at the National Police College for the Transforming Our Police Service Awards ceremony, TOPS, for Area 5. And they are just about starting. Yes, they started with the national anthem. And I would like to identify some more of our YouTubers who played a very critical part in mobilizing support for our Rebuild Jamaica effort, courtesy of one of the leaders, Tool Music Mai. He says, respect NNN, Erica Bennett, Tam, Marlene Hutchinson, Errol, J. Ham, Carnox, Friends of J. Ham from New York, Gravish. We all played our part to make it possible. Together we are stronger, says Tool Music Mai. Huh? Thank you so much to all of you. Yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah? And of course, you know, the YouTube community, they are very vocal on national issues. Yeah? Including the dispute between Vaz and Paulwell. They are weighing in on that. They say Dale Hay 3414 says Paulwell and his PNP counterpart failed Jamaica in every sector. Shame on you, Mr. Paulwell, and your members. Yeah? Patrick Rowe 6745 is taking issue with me. He says Cliff said Vaz would come under pressure if JPS doesn't deliver restoration across the island. If JPS failed to deliver. I don't see how Vaz should be blamed for JPS's incompetence, says Patrick Rowe. Well, I hear you, Patrick, but the politics of it is Mr. Vaz is a father. Yes, he has paternity for this initiative to lend JPS $150 million on the basis of JPS's commitment to deliver. So if JPS doesn't deliver, he will have to take responsibility. It was a policy driven by him. Yes? Some other reactions. Patrick Rowe repeating himself. Wayne Clear says JLP delivered. This is on crime. Orville says Paulwell has no right to speak on anything to do with JPS new license. Oh. Sharon Sham says, morning, Mr. Cliff. Merry Christmas. Keep safe and strong. Well, I tell you, Sharon, I'm just going to take some rest, you know, and eat a lot of cake, Christmas cake, and eat a piece of ham. Yeah? And do some reading. Yeah, that will be my Christmas. Yes. Why are you looking at me like that, Nora? What are you going to be doing for Christmas? Yeah? Oh. Oh, God. Lion Lallen says, Cliff, crime is still high. The criminals killed 600 and the police killed 350 people. Why not tell the country that over 1,000 people killed? Well, for one, 1,000 people are not killed. Yes? But Lion Fallen says it is still high. But Lion Fallen, that's not the story we have been, that is the reality of our experience. The reality of our experience is that for the first time in 30 odd years, Lion Fallen, we have had less than 700 people killed, murdered in Jamaica. That is a fact. It's a huge achievement. And whether you want to admit it or not, because for whatever reason, if we were seeing the murder rate at 700, less than 700, for how many years or decades now, we would have saved thousands of lives. So don't tell me rubbish. Yeah, trying to belittle the achievement of the security forces and the Homeless Administration. Yeah? People like you who want to all of a sudden now, you want to talk with water in our mouth after on a call and make a whole heap of noise. No crime plan. No this, no that. You don't want to come and belittle the achievement now. Well, no, I won't join you with that. Won't join you with that. Corey B says, Cliff, don't be so surprised. The JCF is transformed. Better quality, better educated recruitment taking place now. All right? St. John says they need to put some of these linesmen in the eastern parishes and just fully restore them, then send them to the west. Oh? Anyway, so we are going to go to the break and come back with more from the Police Civilian Authority TOPS Award ceremony.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock.
Outperform, outlast, with top performance, Chakama, reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electricians. Fancy electrodes, free parts and free repairs. Free parts, free repairs. With 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61124. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
Do it for your best life, do it. Go check your HIV status, do it. So keep your life trending, no pretending. Me I tell yourself it, do it for you, do it for you. Every time you are link with a condom, coulda Ozzy, coulda wife, coulda be a random. Condom connect and protect your profile. Be your own fan, do it for your best life, do it for your best life, do it. Don't put yourself at risk. Condom connect every time, do it for your best life.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light.
So we're coming to you from the National Police College, where they're having the Police Civilian Oversight Authority TOPS Award ceremony. The CEO of the PCOA is Mrs. Otara Byfield Nugent.
We took the decision to proceed, but to have a scaled-down version of the award ceremony. So I want to continue and start off with the message of resilience that has permeated the atmosphere since Hurricane Melissa. But I also want to add the word adaptability, because our success during this time will be determined based on our ability to pivot in times of crisis and in spaces of unexpected and unfamiliar territory. So 2025 has come with so many challenges for me personally, for the PCOA members and staff, for the JCF, and for Jamaica as a whole. But every day every single day we are reminded of the many blessings surrounding us. Despite the despair, the sadness, the illness, the suffering, there are so many things to be thankful for and to celebrate. And so the PCOA has taken the decision to be here today to acknowledge the achievements of the police officers in Area 5 and our students who have participated in the secondary school poster competition. I want to reiterate that resilience and adaptability are essential to success in the face of uncertainty. And I say this as a message to myself as a leader of the PCOA. I think we are learning as an organization, as a ministry, as a JCF, as a country, to navigate the complexities of the ever-changing world and to find new paths going forward and to emerge stronger. That's the phrase, emerge stronger from it. So today, although we're having a scaled-down version of the award ceremony than we had originally planned, it is by no means a reflection of the value of the work and worth of our officers who are sitting before us today. We are here to celebrate their hard work, dedication, and service, and we stand with those officers in the West who are showing their unwavering commitment to continue to serve, protect, and reassure the rest of us, despite their own personal challenges. It is a testament of their resilience and the core values of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. But however, we must be reminded that our officers too need service, they too need protection, and they too need reassurance from us, especially in these times. And so a few days ago, we were able to partner with iProbe, and we took some relief items down to Westmoreland to the police officers there. And just to witness the conditions under which they were operating, I mean, some of them lost their homes and personal items, but they still showed up for work to serve and protect and reassure the rest of Jamaica. And so I think it was very important for us to proceed to recognize the hard work of their fellow colleagues in Area 5. So I am without a shadow of a doubt assured that the PCOA made the right decision to be here today, and the rest of you. So welcome again, and I channel into the atmosphere our spirit of resilience and our spirit of adaptability. And I want to end by saying the efforts of our police officers must never go unnoticed, even in the aftermath of a devastation, and that is why we're here today. So I want to say congratulations to all the awardees here today. Thank you very much.
Now you have to give a better round of applause than that for CEO, highlighting that amidst the despair, there are indeed many blessings. And the reality is, I know for some of us in this area, when Hurricane Melissa passed, we might have said, boy, things not so bad. Until we started to see the images on social media, and we really started to get an idea of how bad things were. I was writing a speech for someone this morning, and it really dawned on me that about 51 days ago, when Hurricane Melissa passed, we really didn't imagine the kind of damage and impact it would have. We never imagined how many of our colleagues, many of your colleagues, would have been impacted, so many of them out serving and protecting while they've lost their own security at home. So through you, I want to say thank you for your service, and thank you for showing up for Jamaica. And we say thank you for doing what you do. And kudos to the PCOA for the aid that they brought to those officers. I know it was well received. While I stand by to introduce our next speaker, let me also take the opportunity to welcome our friends online. We have a global audience as usual here, and I know our friends from Nationwide 90 FM, they're also here as well. So we say thank you so very much for joining, and we know that in the comment section you all will be giving those virtual rounds of applause, especially when we get to the awards section of our program. In the meantime, however, we continue with the greetings, and I ask you to help me invite Deputy Commissioner of Police, Mr. Warren Clark, to come forward to extend his own greetings. Please put your hands together.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Javon Hughes. The Honorable Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, the Minister of State in the Ministry of National Security and Peace, Ambassador Alison Stoneroof, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of National Security and Peace, Mrs. Otara, let me get this, Byfield Nugent, the CEO of the PCOA, and other distinguished members of the PCOA, colleagues, senior officers, and other members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, good morning. I bring apology of the Commissioner of Police, Dr. Kevin Blake, who regrets that he is not able to make it this morning. But in discussing, one moment, please. Commissioner wanted me to say up front how appreciative he is for this gesture and this continued program of TOPS from the PCOA. And so, on behalf of our Commissioner, I'd like to say that in recent weeks, Jamaica has felt the effect of Hurricane Melissa. A reminder, as history often teaches us, that institutions are not truly tested in periods of comfort, but in moments of destruction, even disaster. History shows us that strong institutions endure because they hold fast to standards, even when conditions are unfavorable. From ancient civic systems to modern public service organizations, the lesson has been consistent. When standards slip in difficult times, recovery becomes harder. It is against that background that today's ceremony carries special significance. The PCOA's decision to proceed with this event, even in a scaled format, reflects a clear understanding that recognition, accountability, and reform must not be suspended by circumstance. Indeed, it should be reinforced. There is an old principle in public administration that says institutions are shaped less by policy, documents, but more by daily practice. The transformation or transforming our police service, TOPS initiatives, speaks directly to this truth. TOPS does not measure theory, it measures practice. It focuses on fundamentals, record management, station administration, facilities, prisoners in custody, customer service management, because history has shown that organizations do not fail only through major crises, but through the quiet neglect of the basics. Policing traditions across the world, from Sir Robert Peel's foundational principles to modern democratic oversight models, have long emphasized that legitimacy is earned through order, fairness, and consistent service, not simply through enforcement. I apologize, I'm having a bit of shutdown here of my notes. Forgive me. Throughout history, effective security institutions have always been subject to external review, civic accountability, and public expectation. Where oversight was absent, institutions often became disconnected from the people they were meant to serve. And the PCOA's role reflects this long-standing tradition. From that perspective, oversight is not interference, it is institutional preservation. It ensures that policing evolves with society rather than drifting away from it. The Jamaica Constabulary Force recognizes this and remains committed to constructive engagement with oversight bodies as part of our professional responsibility. To those being recognized today, your achievement matters well beyond this ceremony. Service excellence is rarely accidental. It is the product of leadership, discipline, and organizational culture. Strong performance in prisoner in custody management, for example, reflects a deep understanding of how society treats those it has in custody and speaks volumes about its values. And so we understand the interest in those who are unfortunately in custody. Strong record management supports justice, continuity, and institutional memory, without which accountability cannot exist. Strong customer service reinforces a fundamental policing truth: public cooperation is earned, not demanded. These are lessons learned repeatedly across generations of policing. History is also clear on another point: meaningful reform does not occur through declarations alone. It occurs through measurement, correction, and persistence. Improvement requires leadership willing to accept scrutiny and act on findings. And in that same spirit, the PCOA Legacy Awards highlights a principle that has endured across time. Policing succeeds when it is rooted in community partnership. No security institution anywhere in the world has sustained success without public trust. And we in the JCF, we are very sensitive about bringing the society along with the strategies that we employ to serve you. We are very careful, especially when there are major incidents, that we inform the society. You shouldn't be guessing about very important things that you're seeing happening while we serve you. But today, the inclusion of the secondary school poster competition under the theme, number sign, A Force for Good, Partnership for Progress, is therefore particularly important. We are reminded that the attitudes of tomorrow are shaped by the conversations of today. Engaging young people in discussions about policing, responsibility, and civic duty is not symbolic, it is strategic. These students are future stakeholders in public safety, and their engagement helps ensure continuity, relevance, and legitimacy. As we look ahead, the Jamaica Constabulary Force remains guided by both experience and evidence. We will continue to modernize, refine our practices, and strengthen accountability, not because oversight demands it, but because history demands it. Institutions that endure are those willing to learn, adapt, and uphold standards consistently. And TAPS is one of the mechanisms that help us to do exactly that. In closing, I commend the Police Civilian Oversight Authority for its leadership and congratulate the awardees, and thank every police officer and every staff member whose commitment to professionalism made these recognitions possible. History will not remember the ceremonies alone. It will remember whether institutions remained faithful to their purpose, and let us therefore continue to uphold the standards, strengthen partnerships, and serve the Jamaican people with integrity. Thank you very much.
Deputy Commissioner Warren Clark, filling in for Commissioner of Police Kevin Blake. Let's go to the break and come back.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose.
Super healthy, super happy. SuperMed located in Kingston, St. Thomas, Portland, and St. Mary. The Time by SuperMed family of pharmacies and Hughes Dent Pharmacy is
a minute after 11.
Importers. Shipments requiring you to pay customs duties and taxes are cleared on a customs goods declaration known as an IM4 or IMS4. Ask your clearing agent to provide your customs declaration, customs assessment notice, and customs receipt once duties and taxes are paid. Where your clearing agent may not be able to provide the IM4 or IMS4, request your customs goods declaration registration number or C number, which can be used to verify your payments. Importers, request your IM4, IMS4, or C number. It is your right. For details, email the Jamaica Customs Agency at public.relations@jca.gov.jm. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
Welcome back to the National Police College, where it's a PCOA, top awards for the best in the constabulary force. And the ceremony is now being addressed by the State Minister of National Security and Peace, Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn.
Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of National Security and Peace, Ambassador Alison Stone Roof, Chief Executive Officer of the Police Oversight Authority, Mrs. Otara Byfield Nugent, Chief Technical Director of the Ministry of National Security and Peace, Mr. Michael Morgan, senior officers of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, senior members of the PCOA, awardees, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the media. It is really a pleasure for me to be here with you. Standing here today and looking at the proud faces of our committed lawmen and women who protect, serve, and support, I see the proof that together we stand as one in the spirit of service and also for nation building. It is definitely a privilege to bring greetings at the 2025 Transforming Our Police Service TOPS Awards ceremony organized by the Police Civilian Authority Oversight. Let me first extend my commendations to Mrs. Byfield Nugent and her team at PCOA for keeping this great initiative alive year after year, especially this year after Melissa. Yeah. Colleagues, today we gather to celebrate the achievements of our police officers in the Area 5 Division and honor the dedication, the courage that we've seen throughout the years, and also the transformative spirit of our law enforcement officers who have committed themselves to building a safer, a more inclusive, and a more resilient Jamaica. Since its launch in 2019, the TOPS competition has served as a strategic tool to deepen alignment with the policies of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, while uplifting the morale of our police personnel. And beyond its operational goals, the competition advances the broader mission of the PCOA to cultivate a culture of community-centered policing, including the business sector, through professionalism and partnerships rooted in transparency, trust, and also accountability. The ceremony stands as a powerful symbol of our commitment to bridging the divide between law enforcement and citizenry. It also honors the dedication and the resilience of our officers, whose efforts continue to strengthen the fabric of public safety in Jamaica now more than ever. We acknowledge that the landscape of policing continues to evolve, demanding innovation, adaptability, and a deep connection with the communities that we serve. And Hurricane Melissa definitely reminded us of that exactly 51 days ago. Police officers are called to embody many roles, and let me commend our police officers. We saw you out there during the storm, during the Hurricane Melissa, yes, clearing roadways and just helping out our citizens. From rescuing families, you're delivering babies. Our officers dedicate themselves to their fellow citizens and face every kind of weather in the name of service. Awardees, you are also, in fact, more than police officers. You're a catalyst of hope and agents of transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, your unwavering commitment to public safety, ethical leadership, and meaningful community engagement stands as a beacon of inspiration to all of us. And as we reflect on the challenges and the triumphs of our evolving JCS, let us remember that transformation is not the work of one, but the mission of many. It calls upon every citizen, every leader, and every partner to play a role in shaping a police service that is grounded in trust, that is grounded in transparency, and grounded in excellence. With renewed purpose, let us press forward towards a Jamaica where peace is a lived reality and where every citizen feels protected and is respected and valued. And I have to say, I know that after December 31st, we're going to see that change moving towards a more peaceful Jamaica when we look at the murder rate. Congratulations to all of our awardees. I do hope that you continue to lead with honor and heart. And I want to say, please enjoy the celebration and this festive season, despite whatever is happening in our great Jamaica land we love. Happy holidays, everyone.
Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn, the State Minister of Security and Peace, bringing greetings.
And peace And I'm emphasizing the piece here. Of course, we say a big congratulations to the JCF and the hard work that you've been doing to keep our murder rate down. And of course, the emphasis that the minister has placed on the fact that transformation is not just a one-man or a one-organization effort. It is all of us, every single one of us here and across the length and breadth of Jamaica. Of course, there's no event in Jamaica without some entertainment. And the thing with the staff from the Police Civilian Oversight Authority is that they are super, super talented. So you're going to get to experience one of the super talented team members as they come forward with a musical item. Please put your hands together for Grant as he comes forward to give us some musical renditions. And I see him have some makeup team down there wipe off the sweat. So you know he's a superstar coming on. Keep that applause going until he hits the stage.
Catch a lion, he's so humble. Never touch a lion roaring.
All right, we're going to take a break and come back with more from the National Police College.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
Tracy? Hey girl, what's up? So hold on. Why you look so vexed this early? They not just start.
Lisa, it is so good to see you. But sorry you catch me like this, girl. My uncle sent one barrel when my family go for clarity. You know I hear the price the people them put on the something. Make matters worse, me hear say half of the thing they missing. I'm a no say a customs.
Girl, oh you know say a customs.
Lisa, stop going like you have no sense, man. You know say everybody I talk about it in the media.
You know enough to stop listening to hearsay. You ever experienced that? Customs not go in your package, suitcase, barrel or cargo unless you will ship the item or the agent stand up right there when they might inspect it. Listen, customs' job is to protect the borders, collect revenue, and facilitate trade. Them no collect or store shipment, them inspect it, and somebody have to present it for inspection.
So how customs ever get so much costing then?
Tracy, and the customs alone involved in the clearance process, you know, even though at them we tend to talk about. Look at it this way. Shipment delayed, talk to your airline agent. Missing items, talk to your freight forwarder. The charges surprise, you know. Call customs. But remember to collect your signed and stamped declaration or C number from your agent. So when you call customs, them can better help you.
We're never too old for learning. So miss know it all. What when customs will on your item them now?
You mean detain it? But that's only for restricted or prohibited items, Tracy. And in such case, make sure you get a notice of detention for the restricted and seizure notice for the prohibited. The information they're all over them social media pages and them websites, you know, Tracy. We have to stay informed as a people, you know, and know your customs. Them there for help and protect all our way.
Know your customs. Visit the Jamaica Customs Agency's website at jca.gov.jm and follow their social media pages to learn more about the processes and procedures that guide the agency and its officers. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
This Christmas, let home meet you at the door. Travel safe, comfortable, and stress-free with JUTC Rural Express. Whether you're heading to Ocho Rios, the shores of Montego Bay, cool, quiet Mandeville, or the sunset coast of Negril, JUTC takes you there in style. Affordable fares, roomy seating, and reliable service. Just tap your smart fare card or pay cash. Then relax and ride. This season and anytime you're ready to ride, go home in style with JUTC Rural Express.
Sherwin-Williams brings you Colors of Hope.
From November 28th to December 20th, brighten your world with 20% off select decorative paints and drive with confidence with 15% off automotive paints. Because hope starts with color. Visit your nearest Sherwin-Williams store today and let your colors tell a story of hope. Don't wait. These savings won't last forever. Sherwin-Williams, bringing hope to life.
Kingston Wharves Limited requests the urgent assistance of customers to clear their shipment from the wharf as soon as they have notification that it's ready for clearance. With relief cargo now added to the usual Christmas season volumes, prompt clearance is crucial for service delivery. Kingston Wharves has increased resources to support efficient delivery and thanks all its customers for playing their part to keep cargo moving.
Rhino Jamaica Limited, Jamaica's choice for water tanks and pumps. Now open on Saturdays at our Marcus Garvey Drive location from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The time brought to you by Rhino Jamaica Limited is...
It's 15 minutes after 11.
Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light, and I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the...
We're coming to you from the National Police College out in Twickenham Park. It's the Transforming Our Police Service Award ceremony, TOPS, for Area 5. And they have quite an impressive lineup of corporate sponsors for the ceremony, among them Lanneman and Morris Shipping Limited. And we have an account executive of Lanneman and Morris here with us, Taj Irons. Good morning, Mr. Irons.
Good morning, Mr. Hughes. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm well, thank you.
Lanneman and Morris Shipping Limited, for the listeners who may not be familiar, can you tell us a bit about Lanneman and Morris Shipping Limited and the role it plays in logistics and shipping sector in Jamaica?
So we're a major logistics provider in Jamaica. We handle the cruise ships that come into Jamaica. More than 90% of cruises that come into the island are handled by us. We also offer freight services. Basically, from it involves transporting cargo. We can handle it. Brokerage, warehousing, container sales, ocean freight, everything.
But you have been around for quite a while.
Lanneman
and Morris. How long now?
More than, I want to say, 60 years.
Yes.
Yes.
Long before you were born.
Much longer. Yeah.
Tell me, what distinguishes Lanneman from other players in the shipping and logistics industry?
We can handle everything from point of origin to final destination in terms of customs clearance. Any cargo, any issues that come along the way, we can typically work them out.
And over these how many years being around, how has the deployment of technology improved what you do at Lanneman and Morris?
Well, it's a connected world.
Yes.
The more technology has developed to a point where it's facilitated easier communication, and basically the job is communication, getting people on the other side to be able to do what they need to do.
And this is a very busy time for you.
It's extremely busy.
Yeah? Give me a picture of what that looks like for you and the staff at Lanneman and Morris Shipping.
We're trying to organize everything that's happening right now. Is peak season. A lot of cargo is coming in for the Christmas season. So what we're really trying to do is organize everything so that cargo can come off of the ports in a timely manner. Everybody can get the goods so that stores have things to sell.
What's the turnaround timeline if I ship with Lanneman?
Depends on where you're shipping from. If you're shipping from the Far East China, it's about 35 to 40 days. Yeah, maybe a week for clearance, and then you have your goods.
A week for clearance?
Well, it depends on port condition.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. And tell me now, policing standards, we're here today.
Yes.
Yeah. How do those standards ultimately benefit businesses like yours? Why you are here to sponsor the TOPS Awards?
So policing standards help to make a safer community, safer society.
Sure.
It would help business to facilitate, it would ease the movement of cargo and lessen the restrictions that come along the way.
Thank you very much, Account Executive Taj Arns.
Thank you.
With Lanneman and Morris Shipping Limited. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Hughes. Have a good one.
Good. You too. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock.
This season is the time. Digital is gifting smiles. Gift a smile, gift a smile, gift a smile. 64 people to win a grand prize. 250K to help you to gift a smile. Plus groceries and farming supplies. Keep your loved ones in mind. Gift a smile. Sharing the love from me to you. Samsung tablet video and your crew. Gift a smile, gift a smile. This season, make sure everybody good. Digital is helping you to gift a smile, gift a smile, gift a smile.
Season's greetings. Here is your invitation to join Oasis with Lloyd Gale, December 16 to 26 at 12:55 p.m. Listen to Music for Christmas, all toward a blessed Christmas season 2025. Oasis, December 16 to 26, only on Nationwide.
Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM with Pepita and Honeybee from 3 to 5 p.m. as we broadcast live from Megamart Waterloo, Saturday, December 20. Pepita and Honeybee plus Megamart equals a festive customer appreciation celebration. Join us at Megamart Waterloo for the customer appreciation festivities, samplings, entertainment, and more. Pepita and Honeybee are doing it mega with Megamart. Come be part of the mega broadcast with Pepita and Honeybee, Saturday, December 20, 2025 at Megamart Waterloo from 3 to 5 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
It's Monday, get over your blues. Or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the E-Zone is here for you. With this thing of Honeybee
and Karim Boyatings
from 3 to 5 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM.
We've got your entertainment news.
Then we want to hear your views. Why you say?
Jump in the mix.
Or the hot seat.
Don't miss our brain busters.
Or the crazy giveaways.
Let's talk fashion.
Send us your outfit of the day. Ooh, cutesy. Very demure.
Are you looking for love?
Come on one of our blind dates. Send your request to ezoneblindates@gmail.com. That's ezoneblindates@gmail.com.
And stay tuned for your confessions.
These are my confessions. Share them with us at ezoneconfessions@yahoo.com. I mean, is this planet Earth?
Is it?
I don't know. Let me check. Either way, it's got a buzz.
And a bugger thing.
Ow. Ow.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady.
To a special broadcast of Cliff Hughes Online today. It's a Transforming Our Police Service Award ceremony at the National Police College here in Twickenham Park. And several winners and awardees will be recognized, including winners of the poster competition they had. Let's join them.
By to also collect his prize.
we're not hearing from the Master of Ceremonies while the prizes for the poster competition winners are being handed out. Yes, a young lady there, yeah, receiving her prize. Thank you. Yeah, she says to the lady handing out the prizes.
Here. So we have someone representing Michaela. Put your hands together for the gentleman representing Michaela of Victory Academy in St. Andrew North. And she received for herself the 6th place prize. And yes, we're doing it a little reverse. Don't worry, we're going to get it in the correct order for the top 3. As I ask our ministers to stand by as well, as she'll be making those presentations. So keep that applause going, please, ladies and gentlemen. And then Mr. Mackenzie, you'll come up for... So of course that lovely PCOA bag being received by... Alright, so Mr. Sharp representing the parents of Michaela, collecting all of these goodies. And again, Michaela is our 6th place winner from Victory Academy located in St. Andrew North. And we have to have the picture perfect moments for our newspapers and online placements. So still stay with us, ACP. Thank you so much, sir. As I invite our teacher, and I want a big round of applause for him, Mr. Errol Mackenzie. And these students were under his tutelage, the students from Seaforth High School. And he's coming to get his prizes at this time. Congratulations, sir, and thank you so very much, ACP. We appreciate you. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our top 3 winners. Are you ready? I invite our minister, the Honorable Juliet Cuthbert, to come forward to make these presentations. And this time we'll begin with our 3rd place prize. Our 3rd place winner comes to us from the St. Andrew North Division, the Victory Academy, and the name is Caitlin Cooks from Victory Academy, and her entry was entitled Cameras On, Trust On. Says Caitlin, and Caitlin is here. You gotta keep that applause going for her. Cameras On, Trust On is the title of her entry. And guess what? She's won for herself a cash award of $30,000, courtesy in part of Epic Logistics. She also gets a lovely trophy, a tablet from Ambion Sales Supermarket, headphones from Comfort Air Engineering, a gift basket from the Jamaica Biscuit Company, a PCOA knapsack filled with goodies. But of course, I see our lovely teacher, Sashana Buckland, coming forward to take her photos with her phone. I'm going to allow you to do that in this moment because we're not quite done yet. Her teacher, Sashana Buckland, will also receive for herself a guest pass for 2. Get this, for Sunday brunch at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel. That's for you, Miss Buckland. You need to make your way up. It's like she didn't realize that it's her prize. And also a gift basket from the PCOA, as well as a goodie bag. And I hear the team saying it's a whole lot of stuff. Yes, we can see it. And I hope our friends online can see all the goodies. And we say thank you so very much to our kind sponsors and partners for making it happen. Our 2nd place prize goes to, a student from the St. Catherine North Division. I hear somebody say, yeah. And I'm very sure it's a police officer down there say, yeah. And she said, high five. The student is from Spanish Town High School. And they are Giselle Wallace. And her entry was entitled, Make Jamaicans Feel Safe. And Giselle receives, get this, a cash award of $60,000, a trophy, a tablet courtesy of Ambience Sales Supermarket, headphones from Comfort Air Engineering, a gift basket from Jamaica Biscuit Company, and a PCOA knapsack filled with goodies, of course. Now where's Mr. Tyrone Rowe? So as Giselle gets her multiplicity of prizes, Mr. Tyrone Rowe, stand by. Because Mr. Rowe, who can now make his way on stage, her teacher, put your hands together for him. He has won for himself dinner for two at Jolly's Restaurant, a PCOA gift basket and bag, and a gift box from Vicburn Roofing. Put your hands together, please, for teacher. And I heard Minister says good fish at Jolly's, so you can enjoy a very good dinner. Congratulations, Mr. Rowe. Congratulations, Sir Rowe. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the first place prize. No, Minister, we're not having you leave us just yet, because the big prize, it's time for the very big prize, the first place award in the TOPS poster competition for secondary schools. And it goes to a student from St. Catherine North Division again. And this student, their entry is entitled A Partnership for Good, hashtag A Force for Good. Ladies and gentlemen, this student is from the Guys Hill High School. Her name is Tiona Skeen. Keep that applause going for her. And as she comes, let me give you some insight into the prizes that Tiona will receive for her A Partnership for Good, hashtag A Force for Good piece. Ladies and gentlemen, she receives for herself a cash prize of not 10, not 20, not 30, not 40, not 50, not $60,000. $100,000 from the PCOA and family. A trophy, of course. And of course, she's going to get a tablet courtesy of the PCOA family. For that tablet, she's going to get headphones from Comfort Air Engineering, a gift basket from the Jamaica Biscuit Company, and PCOA knapsack filled with goodies. Let's get that applause going for our winner, Tiona Skeen. But of course, we cannot celebrate our winner without celebrating the educator that supported her. So is Antoinette Barton here? Ms. Antoinette Barton, please make your way, because guess this, I want you to appreciate what you're about to receive. Our other teachers, they got for themselves dinner and brunch. But no, you get a weekend for two at Seacliff Resort and Spa in the most beautiful parish, and you can fight me after this. But Portland is, in my mind, the most beautiful parish in this country. And she gets to experience Seacliff Resorts for a weekend there. She also gets a gift basket from the Jamaica Biscuit Company and her PCOA gift bag. Congratulations, Lady Barton. No, but don't go anywhere, Madam Teacher. I'm so sorry. We're not done with you yet. We have another surprise. And this gentleman here, if you know Brescia, do you know the company Brescia? And I should have had my Brescia bag up here to be a model this morning. But when you talk about top quality Jamaican manufacturing, elegant designs, if you're in corporate and you don't have a Brescia bag, you're not saying nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Randy Mack, CEO of Brescia. And he, as we say thank you to our minister, comes forward to give our teacher an extra special surprise. So I want to have Mr. Mack I see my colleagues getting the photos. So get your photos, and then afterwards I'll have him share with the audience what the surprise in that bag is, because they don't want to know what the surprise is, right? So Mr. Mack, what's the surprise?
All right, good morning everyone. So what the teacher will be getting this morning is actually one of our pouches. So it's not a backpack, it's not a duffel, but it's one of our pouches. But maybe miss, we need to drop in a nice duffel bag since you have weekend for two that you have to go on a trip. So maybe I'll talk to the team about throwing a duffel for her as well. Who knows?
Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Thank you so much, Mr. Mack, and congratulations. And I don't know if you can't see the details from down there, but the detailed stitch, excellent quality. And let me tell you, certainly well deserved. Congratulations. And I want you to feast your eyes, ladies and gentlemen, on the first place prize. And I'm standing here so that my videographer can get the opportunity to show our colleagues online as well. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep that applause going for the excellent work by our winner and her teacher. Exceptional. Congratulations. And this should be encouragement for other students to ensure that they enter next year. Now, of course, you saw him earlier and you're going to get to see him again because he's such an exceptional talent. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Adam Grant for another musical presentation.
All right, we're going to leave it for the moment and clear some of our commercials.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light, and I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock.
Attention pensioners paid by the Accountant General's Department. Serving you is our priority. That's why the AGD will be open this weekend, Saturday, December 20 and Sunday, December 21 from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. to facilitate the collection of life certificates. For those who have not yet submitted your life certificate for the period October to December 2025, you may also drop it off at AGD's drop boxes located at parish libraries in St. James, Hanover, Westmoreland, Portland, and Manchester. If you have already submitted your life certificate for this period, there is no need to submit again. At the AGD, we're here to serve.
The following Christmas safety tip is brought to you by the Firearm Licensing Authority. If you plan to consume alcohol during the holiday celebrations, ensure your firearm is properly stored beforehand. Alcohol impairs your judgment, reaction time, and decision-making ability, which can lead to accidents or unintended harm if you are carrying a firearm. To avoid dangerous situations, always secure your weapon in a safe place before drinking. Remember, a part of responsible firearm ownership means knowing when to lock it away. The preceding Christmas safety tip was brought to you by the Firearm Licensing Authority.
This is a public service announcement by the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining. The Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining wishes to announce that an animal tagging blitz will take place in Clarendon on Saturday, December 20, commencing at 8 a.m. The targeted communities include Vere Plains, comprising Lionel Town, Race Course and Alley, Rhymesbury, Gravel Hill, Boys Content, Yorktown, Denby Crawl, Racetrack, Love Lane, and Crofts Hill. Farmers who have cattle requiring tagging are invited to contact the National Animal Identification and Traceability System on 876-648-5672 or the Veterinary Services Division by telephone on 876-977-2489 or 876-977-2492 or by email at vsd@moa.gov.jm. Farmers participating in the tagging exercise are asked to have their ID and tax registration number on hand. That was a public service announcement from the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining.
Importers. Shipments requiring you to pay customs duties and taxes are cleared on a customs goods declaration known as an IM4 or IMS4. Ask your clearing agent to provide your customs declaration, customs assessment notice, and customs receipt once duties and taxes are paid. Where your clearing agent may not be able to provide the IM4 or IMS4, request your customs goods declaration registration number or C number, which can be used to verify your payments. Importers, request your IM4, IMS4, or C number. It is your right. For details, email the Jamaica Customs Agency at public.relations@jca.gov.jm. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
Welcome back to the National Police College. And we're recognizing the best, yes, areas of excellence in the police. And one of the sponsors today is Breche, Roast by Breche. And their Chief Executive Officer, Randy Mack, is joining me. Good morning, Mr. Mack.
Good morning. Great to be
How
here
are you?
with I am good, thanks.
And Breche?
Breche is good.
Yeah?
Celebrating 10 years.
It's
been
10
quite
years
a journey.
already?
It's 10 years.
Yeah?
It's been quite a journey.
And tell people who may not be aware of what Breche is.
So what Breche is, for those of us who grew up in rural parts, we maybe know what Breche, the word, is. It's actually the country people word for breadfruit.
Exactly.
Yes, and breadfruit is a versatile fruit. I'm a proud country youth as well.
Uh-huh.
So the name in the company and the brand Breche is partly paying homage to our culture generally. And where I'm from, bet you didn't know this. The first breadfruit tree in Jamaica was planted where?
St. Thomas.
In St. Thomas. All right, good guess. In Bath.
No, it's not a guess.
You know.
Captain Blind.
Yes, sir. So the first breadfruit tree was actually planted in Bath in St. Thomas.
Yes.
And so there is significance to the name. And we wanted something that had a strong cultural relevance.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're doing is not frying or roasting breadfruit literally right now.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows, in the future we may very well be doing that. But what we're doing is producing bags, products made right here in Jamaica. I'm talking about handcrafted, personalized backpacks, duffel bags, pouches, and we're actually launching a new knapsack today in another couple of hours actually on our IG page that people can check out. So yeah, that's what we're doing in a nutshell.
So tell me, Randy,
Yes.
the idea, that listen, this could be a potential business.
Yes.
Tell me how that germinated and then the naming, or you decided on the name.
Yeah. So,
see the Breche
bag
here?
yes.
Yeah?
You see now a Breche bag in live and living colors.
Yes.
So yes, how it started is, so this is Roast by Breche. This one we started maybe 5-6 years ago. How we actually started, Cliff, was to give you the genesis, was actually supplying the school market. 4 or 5 years into it, we pivoted a bit because we had issues sourcing material locally consistently. But this material that you're seeing here now, we could have gotten this on a consistent basis from our local suppliers. So we decided to pivot to that, go more into corporate Jamaica, a corporate market, upmarket, better margins, with producing, smaller quantities you could still operate. But what we realized as the opportunity, we have talents in Jamaica. We're making sandals, as we know Bridget's, we know people were making clothes. But when I looked at the market, we didn't have a brand that's ours, sending our children to school, a brand that we could be proud of wearing to work, traveling with. We wanted to fix that. I am a culture man. Before starting the company, I would have been traveling, doing a lot of corporate events like this nature that we're at this morning, performing dub poetry.
Oh.
Yeah, man. So that's how I started performing from school. High school. So that's where that skill was honed.
Excelsior?
Excelsior High School. That's where it started for me.
You got a good education.
I did, sir. I had a very solid one. I'm a proud former head boy of Excelsior High School.
Oh, you're a former head boy
yes,
too?
Yes.
Oh, that
yes,
means
sir.
you're a top of top.
No, I don't know if I top more than you, but once I get animal.
Yeah.
So I did 5 years at Excelsior. I don't know if you did sixth form Excelsior.
Yes,
I
I
had sixth
did.
form when we were there.
I did Com
College. So
Yeah.
there was no sixth form when I was there, so I had to go
Right.
to sixth form at Woolmer's Boys.
Oh.
And then I was deputy head boy at Woolmer's Boys
Yes.
as well in my short time there.
Yes.
So those were my 2 high schools.
Mhm.
So
the business.
The business.
How it has grown.
It
over
has
these
grown
10
tremendously. Myself and my brother started this company on our veranda out up by Rockfort. So we're from St. Thomas, but I came to Kingston when I started Excelsior.
Mhm.
We started with an old domestic machine. My brother would have pulled down old bags. He self-taught and then built them back up and then started creating his own designs. That's how we started. When we had something that we felt that could go to market, I remember hanging it up on the wall in Rockfort on a steel, getting some photos, posted it to Instagram and Facebook,
Yes.
and we got our first 3 orders that day.
Wow.
I took 50% deposit from those 3 customers, got that money, ran downtown, buy the first piece of fabric, buy the thread and everything that was needed to make those first 3 bags.
Yes.
And that's how Brescia started, not with any millions or thousands of dollars and big machine and big factory. Now with a team of 30 of us,
Yes.
having started by myself and my brother some
Excellent.
10 years ago. So
Excellent.
we've grown tremendously. We are supplying Jamaicans
And how
at
you
home and
stumbled
abroad.
on now that we're going to call this Brescia?
So listen, before deciding to call the company Brescia, I had the domain name registered already.
Brescia?
Yeah, man. As a poet, I would have been associated with breadfruit because one of my top poems was "Me Love My Breadfruit."
Ah.
Yes. A poem initially coined by Alison Peart when I was in high school.
Yes.
Inter-house competition, and we got breadfruit
Tell
to
them
build.
Alison Peart was a principal.
Former vice principal at Excelsior High
Yes.
School. Hopefully, I'm getting it right.
Yes, acting principal for a number of years.
Correct.
One of the
correct.
foundation's outstanding teacher.
And quite pivotal to my experience at Excelsior High School and the person that I am. I owe a lot to the schools that I've been to.
Yes.
So yes. So one of the poems that we did that year, I remember sitting in our office when that was being created, and they haven't allowed me to stop performing since then. It was called "Me Love My Breadfruit." Breadfruit, me love me breadfruit. Breadfruit, me say me love me breadfruit. Hey, breadfruit, me love me breadfruit. From the tree to the root. I can give you more, but I might take up your entire show. So I performed that piece all across Jamaica when I was on campus, all across. So I became known as Mr. Breadfruit or Mr. Brescia or Brescia or Breadfruit.
Right.
So I projecting realized from early, and it's reflecting now. I realized that I was ahead of the curve in terms of realizing the potential of breadfruit as a staple, the versatility of it. I figured from years ago that this thing could be used to make flour. That's much
Yes.
healthier than what we are used to. There are parts of it that they can use to make a better chemical that can kill mosquitoes, for instance, than DEET. It's a lot of things. I would have traveled to breadfruit festivals in Trinidad, performed, exhibited. So I saw a lot.
I get it now.
And then I decided, you know what? We want to make bags that are associated with Jamaica, that are versatile, like the breadfruit is versatile. You roast it, you fry it, you bake it, you boil. You understand? And so those attributes fed into why we decided to use Brescia. And if a big international brand can have phones and call it Apple, then
Right.
why Jamaica can have its Brescia?
Exactly.
And so that was the thought. We think that we have a powerful culture that we don't understand the power of it enough.
True.
And when I travel and see how people respond in my little Randy Mac brand, and when I walk with 2 CDs and sell off after performances and stuff, I say, but wait, we have some of the greatest athletes, some of the greatest cultural ambassadors. Where are all tangible brands that's moving with these people? The intangibles of our culture, they're there to be seen.
It has become
You understand?
almost like a status brand.
It is.
Yeah, to be associated with.
It
when
is.
you go and you say, what bag you're having?
Yeah.
It's a Brescia.
Oh, yes, and I'm so grateful for that. It's become a status symbol.
Yes.
If you are working at Nationwide now and you don't have one, then hello, come on, what you doing?
Yeah.
You know, fix it. But if you're in corporate Jamaica, if you're a young professional, if you're a professional by and large and you don't have one, then you need to fix it. And we're grateful. We've been supported kindly.
And
how
are you doing now in terms of sourcing the material to manufacture?
To supply the market?
Yeah.
So I'll be honest with you on the program. It's been a challenging last 24 months, I'd say. A big part of that has been about the supply chain. With all the new tariffs, we had a local supplier that had no material for months. We could not say all of this to John Public before because we're trying to fix the situation.
Right.
But now we've taken a lot of this year to establish new partnerships and relationships in China and looking at some nearshore supply options now, so that we can properly put to bed any logistic and supply chain issues that we've had. So the customers will very well know that we have strong partnerships coming out of the source countries that will allow us to supply the products on time and ahead of time, which has been an issue for the past year. You know, I want them to know that we fixed it. It's not because service has gotten bad or we've dropped off or anything like that. Jamaica just doesn't make these things.
Right.
And when a shipment is delayed, then we have no control over that.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're in a much better place now, closing off the year and kicking off our first campaign, which is actually starting today. And this batch will be delivered in time for Valentine's next year.
Okay.
So, we're looking forward to a great year.
Good talking with you, Randy. Randy Mack, yes.
Yes,
Founder,
sir.
Yes.
And
of course, CEO of Breche. Roast by Breche.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much and all the best.
Thank you so much.
Good.
Blessings.
Good. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were...
Furnitureland is Jamaica's premier furniture retailer when searching for stylish and elegant pieces this Christmas. Located at 112 Constant Spring Road, open Sundays until Christmas. The time by Furnitureland is
9 minutes to noon.
You ever stop and think if something happened to your loved one, how you'd manage? Funeral costs not cheap, but with a family indemnity plan and critical illness rider from Kuna Caribbean Insurance, coverage start at just $422.40 a month, cheaper than a box of food. And the best part is, you don't need no medical to sign up. So link your credit union today or visit kunacaribbean.com to get the protection your family deserve. Conditions apply.
The following Christmas safety tip is brought to you by the Firearm Licensing Authority. Planning to travel overseas for the holidays? Always ensure that your firearm is properly stored before you leave. Licensed firearm holders must leave their firearms at the Firearm Licensing Authority, FLA, or the nearest police station prior to departure. Never leave your firearm unattended at home or susceptible to theft. Taking this responsible step ensures your safety and the safety of others while also complying with the law. The preceding Christmas safety tip was brought to you by the Firearm Licensing Authority.
Kingston Wharves Limited requests the urgent assistance of customers to clear their shipment from the wharf as soon as they have notification that it's ready for clearance. With relief cargo now added to the usual Christmas season volumes, prompt clearance is crucial for service delivery. Kingston Wharves has increased resources to support efficient delivery and thanks all its customers for playing their part to keep cargo moving.
We're counting down the days to that magical time of year, and at Active Home Center we have so many gifts to share. Let's get together for the holidays and make every room and floor feel the magic this Christmas from the treasures we have in store. Tiles, kitchen and appliances, windows and doors, bathrooms, furniture, lighting, and so much more. Visit our showrooms in Kingston and Montego Bay or online at ActiveHomeCenter.com. Active Home Center, more savings, more choices.
Ever wondered how to spot a scam before it drains your account? Or how Jamaica's top financial crime fighters track down the money? Join the Financial Investigations Division on Nationwide this morning, every first and third Friday at 8:20 a.m. for FID in Action, an informative, engaging feature designed to keep you and your money safe. Learn practical tips to help you spot, prevent, and report financial crimes. Understand how the FID protects the financial system. That's FID in Action, protecting you, preventing financial crime. On Nationwide this morning, every first and third Friday at 8:20 a.m. Brought to you by the Financial Investigations Division.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Well, it's almost time for the lunch break for the world at noon. And I see the responses in the YouTube community speaking about the Brescia bag and Randy Mack creativity as a dub poet. Yeah. Some people saying the bags are not cheap. Yeah. Another person says, Jerome Robinson, I love those bags. I wanted to get one prior to migrating. How about ripe breadfruit chips, he says. So Rebecca says, yeah. Another person says, yes, sir. We just say Brescia in rural Jamaica and ask if our breadfruit tree not produce. Yeah. Chamunda says, I have a Brescia bag. Need a number to call. Blessings. I hear you. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave it for the morning session. We're going to make way now for the world at noon. We'll be back at 12:30.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM with Pepita and Honeybee from 3 to 5 p.m. as we broadcast live from Megamart Waterloo, Saturday, December 20. Pepita and Honeybee plus Megamart equals a festive customer appreciation celebration. Join us at Megamart Waterloo for the customer appreciation festivities, samplings, entertainment, and more. Pepita and Honeybee are doing it mega with Megamart. Come be part of the mega broadcast with Pepita and Honeybee, Saturday, December 20, 2025 at Megamart Waterloo from 3 to 5 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
It's Monday, get over your blues. Or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The E-Zone is here for you. With the Stinger Honeybee.
And Curry Boyatings
From 3 to 5 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM.
We've got your entertainment news.
Then we want to hear your views. Why you say?
Jump in the mix.
Or the hot seat.
Don't miss our brain busters.
Or the crazy giveaways.
Let's talk fashion.
Send us your outfit of the day. Ooh, cutesy. Very demure.
Are you looking for love?
Come on one of our blind dates. Send your request to ezone blinddates@gmail.com. That's ezoneblindates@gmail.com.
And stay tuned for your confessions.
These are my confessions.
Share them with us at ezoneconfessions@yahoo.com. I mean, is this planet Earth?
Is it?
I don't know. Let me check. Either way, it's got a buzz.
And a bugger thing.
Ow! Ow!
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
12 o'clock.
The News at Noon teasers are brought to you by AnyBet, your best bet.
It's credible and factual. The World at Noon on Nationwide 90 FM.
A very good afternoon to you. I'm Tona Thomas. Coming up in the Nationwide World at Noon for this afternoon, Thursday, December 18, 2025. Road Safety Council head makes renewed call for policing of the demerit points system under the Road Traffic Act.
Person who should have lost their license long time is still in the traffic environment. A study needs to be done as to how many persons are in the traffic environment who should not be.
Road patching targeting Melissa-damaged roads undergo program begins in Kingston. UN expresses optimism Jamaica will bounce back well from the damage wrought by Hurricane Melissa. Tertiary Student Association wants Education Ministry to fast-track security arrangements at CASE. In regional news, Antigua and Barbuda criticizes inclusion on latest U.S. travel ban list. In international news, Australia announces crackdown on hate speech after Bondi shooting. And in sports, Issa Ben Francis finalists to be named later on Thursday. The details after the break.
The News at Noon teasers were brought to you by AnyBet, your best bet. The Midday News is brought to you by Total Tools. Every tool, every trade.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. Executive Director of the National Road Safety Council, Paula Fletcher, says the failure to enforce the demerit points system has resulted in reckless drivers remaining on the nation's roads. Speaking on Nationwide at 5 on Wednesday, Ms. Fletcher described the issue as a systemic problem that requires administrative reform.
We can't close the circle when it comes to the traffic ticketing system, meaning that person who should have lost their license long time is still in the traffic environment. A study needs to be done as to how many persons are in the traffic environment who should not be, and the extent to which these persons are causing mayhem on the road. Because a lot of times when you look at the driving history and the amount of tickets they have, those main offenders are repeat offenders. And I think that is a systemic issue that needs to be corrected and corrected now.
Fletcher's comments come amid a continued concern over the country's high road fatality figures. As at Wednesday, December 17, a total of 361 Jamaicans had been killed in 315 road crashes across the country. Under the Road Traffic Act, a driver's license should be suspended for 6 months
after accumulating 10 demerit points. A loss of 14 points attracts a 1-year suspension. Drivers who accumulate 20 or more points face suspension for at least 2 years. Fletcher says she is hopeful enforcement will begin by the first quarter of 2026.
In any society, the rules of the law have got to have teeth. They have got to be enforced. To close that circle, you have to have people feeling the brunt of the law. And I say it all the time, that when you talk about Jamaicans being indisciplined, they're no more indisciplined sometimes than other societies, you know. There's already legislative basis for it. That's a low-hanging fruit. And I'm looking to the powers that be that in first quarter of 2026, that we will no longer be talking about not having a demerit point system that is effective.
Paula Fletcher, Executive Director of the NRC. Meanwhile, head of the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch of the JCF, Assistant Commissioner Dr. Gary McKenzie, has acknowledged that the demerit system is not functioning as intended. But he notes that responsibility for license suspension rests with the Island Traffic Authority.
Once the ticket is issued by the police and the person either pay the fine or is convicted within a court of law, then the system would actually record the fine and the demerit point. And then it is a matter of the Island Traffic Authority that has responsibility to suspend licenses. Of course, in some instances, licenses may be suspended through the court. As you know, many of the offenses are ticketable, and so that is what has been happening. So it is for that authority to actually say what is the holdup.
ACP Dr. Gary McKenzie, head of PSTEB. He was also speaking on Nationwide at 5. Now, the government has started road patching works in Kingston under its graded overlay emergency road rehabilitation GO program. The program is set to target priority corridors that require immediate repair, particularly since the passage of Hurricane Melissa. Work has begun in areas including Waterloo Road, East Kings House Road, Mandela Highway, and several other roads in Kingston and St. Andrew. The $1.6 billion GO Road Patching Program, being led by the National Works Agency, is set to address deteriorated roadway sections, with focus primarily being placed on areas affected by scoring, potholes, and general surface failure, especially those caused by Hurricane Melissa. Works Minister Robert Morgan says the program will expand beyond Kingston and move into other parishes in the coming days. He says this as work continues island-wide in a structured rollout aimed at restoring key routes and supporting daily commuting, commerce, and public transportation. The program, launched earlier this month, will be rolled out in phases, with the first phase or first set of corridors starting in December and additional packages coming on stream early in the new year. Motorists are being urged to exercise caution when traveling through active work zones, obey posted instructions, and expect intermittent delays as crews carry out patching operations. Meanwhile, motorists traveling towards downtown Kingston or 3 miles are being advised to expect delays on Spanish Town Road. This is due to ongoing work being undertaken by the National Works Agency. Motorists are being urged to make use of alternative routes where possible. They're also being advised to exercise caution and comply with traffic directions. Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Senator Aubin Hill, has written to Works Minister Robert Morgan to seek intervention in facilitating renovations to an existing roadway connecting a bridge at the border fishing village in St. Elizabeth. Senator Hill says this will facilitate an installation of a safe walking pathway for business owners and clients who traverse the area. He also adds that the intervention will improve environmental management and add to the look of the area. Senator Hill also highlighted safety concerns raised by business owners and customers about the roadway from the border gateway entrance to the exit point. He says there needs to be an installation of speed control measures to include speed bumps. This would be done in an effort to reduce vehicle speeds as commuters passed through the area. Senator Hill says there have been reports of large trucks frequently traveling at excessive speeds in close proximity to the shops. United Nations resident coordinator in Jamaica, Dennis Zulu, says Jamaica is well positioned to respond to the damage wrought by Hurricane Melissa. He was speaking on Wednesday at a virtual UN press briefing on the impact of the Category 5 system.
I think Jamaica was better placed and well positioned to deal with Hurricane Melissa and as you said, Maria, and after Maria, we had only 15 months ago, we had Hurricane Beryl. So the Jamaican government has been fine-tuning its response, both at the recovery stage and also the recovery stage, trying to get the economy back on its feet. But also I must commend the fact that Jamaica really made very good preparations to the landfall of Melissa. Therefore, the preparedness part of it was well done, and this also facilitated and aided the quick recovery that we are currently seeing at the moment.
The World Bank, in coordination with the Inter-American Development Bank, estimates that the physical damage to Jamaica caused by Hurricane Melissa totals $8.8 billion. That's equivalent to 41% of the country's GDP for 2024. It makes it the costliest hurricane in Jamaica's recorded history. Following the passage of Melissa and at the request of Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness, some of the world's major multilateral banks assembled a joint package of up to $6.7 billion over 3 years to strengthen Jamaica's recovery and reconstruction efforts. Zulu says though Melissa has been much more devastating than previous hurricanes, the country has been able to quickly move into recovery mode because of good practices adapted from previous storm experience.
Having worked in Jamaica during Hurricane Beryl and looking what it is now, Melissa was much more bigger and much more devastating than Beryl, but I've seen that we've quickly moved on to the recovery stage, really attributed to preparation, but also experiences and good practices learned from the hurricanes and the tropical storms that affected Jamaica prior to Melissa.
Dennis Zulu, United Nations resident coordinator in Jamaica. Meanwhile, Mr. Zulu says the UN is recommitting its support to Jamaica as the country transitions to the recovery stage.
The scale and cost of recovery are immense. Rebuilding homes, restoring infrastructure, and revitalizing livelihoods and strengthening resilience will require substantial financial resources over an extended period. For this reason, Jamaica recovery cannot rest on national efforts alone. It will require the collective effort of bilateral and multilateral partners, international financial institutions, the private sector, and indeed the wider development community to stand with the country at this critical moment. Let me emphasize that this transition does not signal a withdrawal of support. It represents a shift in posture from emergency relief towards recovery, while the United Nations remains fully engaged, bridging humanitarian action with sustainable development and continuing to respond to urgent needs wherever they persist.
Dennis Zulu, United Nations resident coordinator in Jamaica. Over 900 Jamaicans are still in shelters 6 weeks following the passage of Hurricane Melissa on October 28. Director of Hazard Mitigation and Risk Management in the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development, Philippa Ricketts Edmund, says 942 displaced citizens remain in 90 active shelters across 7 parishes. She was speaking at a National Emergency and Operations Center briefing at the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, on Monday. The 7 parishes are Trelawney, Manchester, St. Elizabeth, Hanover, Westmoreland, St. James, and St. Anne. Westmoreland accounts for the largest number of displaced residents, with 479 occupying 30 facilities. St. Elizabeth has the second highest shelter population, with 167 persons. This is followed by Trelawney, where 125 persons are being accommodated at Hague Primary School. The 90 shelters comprise 59 schools, 16 community centers, and 15 churches. Ricketts Edmund says 736 individuals are being accommodated in schools, 81 in community centers, and 104 in churches. The Jamaica Union of Tertiary Students, JUTS, is appealing to the Ministry of Education to assist the College of Agriculture, Science and Education case to improve security on its campus in Portland. The call follows the alleged rape of a student on the campus on Sunday. First Vice President for Advocacy Policy Research and Development at JUTS is Tajana Taylor.
We're calling on the minister to support this. We know that, during this time there are other important issues at hand, but support from the ministry, support from the alumni of the institution, support from the community in terms of what can be put together. Because, during this time it calls for solidarity, it calls for support, it calls for a community approach towards solving some of our issues. I don't expect the ministry alone to do it, or case alone to do it. So whomever can support casing, whether that means donating solar lights, providing any financial support, any grants, anything of the sort, so that we can start solving this situation.
Case students mounted a protest at the school on Tuesday after learning about the incident. JUTS says the incident has left the union deeply disturbed. It has expressed solidarity with the affected student and reiterates that any act of violence is unacceptable. Taylor says a proper shuttle service is badly needed.
From what they're saying to us is they need proper lighting on the campus. They need better security guards on the campus. They need a better shuttle system on the campus. And some of our suggestions, and I've had experience with campus security myself. What we're suggesting is, given the size of the campus, let's see if we can create smaller security zones, checkpoints on the campus, so that it's easier to manage the security apparatus on the campus. And students need to be part of that conversation. It shouldn't be that something happens and the guild president is not in direct dialogue with the president of the institution about the matter. Because if students are not part of that conversation, we can't keep ourselves secure.
Tajana Taylor, First Vice President for Advocacy Policy Research and Development at JUTS. He was speaking on Nationwide this morning on Thursday. The Westmoreland Traffic Department is investigating the circumstances surrounding the incident involving two young boys who were struck from their bicycle by a vehicle driven by a member of the Jamaica Defense Force in Cornwall Mountain on Tuesday. The incident occurred sometime after 3 p.m. It's understood that the boys, aged 9 and 5, were riding a bicycle along the main road when the driver of a green Toyota Land Cruiser motor truck traveling in the opposite direction failed to negotiate a corner, overturned and fell on the boys. Reports received by our news center on Tuesday is that one of the boys was knocked unconscious. He suffered injuries to his head, chest, feet, mouth and back. The other boy reportedly sustained injuries to his knee, hand, head, mouth and back. Both boys, who are students at Cornwall Mountain Primary, were taken to Savlamar Hospital. Minister with responsibility for the environment, Matthew Samuda, says that the country will not hesitate to tap into all available resources to combat the effects of climate change. He sought to make the intention clear during a public lecture on financing climate resilience on Wednesday.
We didn't create this crisis. We didn't create a storm that had wind gusts measured over 250 miles an hour with 13-foot storm surges that cost lives. But we did submit projects to the international agencies with the remit to help us build resilience before this storm came. Some are 3 years into submission. Some of those projects would have saved lives. Jamaica is not going to be shy about telling its public, locally, regionally, and internationally, about when it submits projects that build resilience, that allow us to adapt to the changes in our climate that have already taken Jamaican lives. So for us...
Among the guest speakers was Executive Director of the new UN Loss and Damage Fund, Ibrahim Sheikh Diong. Diong is tasked with building the fund from the ground up, securing funding, establishing operational mechanisms, and ensuring timely, effective support for climate-affected communities. The fund was established in late 2024. According to Minister Samuda, the realities faced by small island developing states such as Jamaica are impatient of action and funding.
We're happy the loss and damage fund is here, but the funds that are responsible for mitigation and adaptation need to catch up with you, Ibrahima. They need to do what they were intended to do. And we will not be shy about that. Jamaica isn't a perfect actor in the global environment in terms of implementing its environmental reforms. But we are resolute that we will act in a manner that defends our national interest, our regional interest, and certainly the interest of all SIDS and LDCs.
Matthew Samuda, Minister of Water, Environment and Climate Change. Turning now to regional and international news. Regional Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, Gaston Brown, has expressed disappointment at his country's inclusion on a new U.S. travel restriction list. The U.S. on Tuesday announced expanded travel restrictions on foreign nationals from 38 countries. The list includes 2 Caribbean nations with citizenship by investment programs, Antigua and Barbuda and Dominica. 3 other Caribbean countries with similar programs are not included on the list. The Trump administration says its rationale for including Antigua and Dominica is that their programs do not have a residency requirement. But Prime Minister Brown has rejected the characterization. He says the assertion does not reflect the present reality of the country's laws. Antigua's parliament recently enacted legislation introducing a mandatory 30-day physical residency requirement as a strict condition for citizenship qualification. International Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says his government will crack down on hate speech following Sunday's deadly shooting at Bondi Beach that targeted a Jewish festival. The Prime Minister was speaking in Canberra early on Thursday. He says the new laws will target people who spread hate, division, and radicalization. Albanese says the Home Affairs Minister will also be given new powers to cancel or refuse visas for those who spread hate. In addition, a task force will be set up to ensure the education system prevents, tackles, and properly responds to anti-Semitism. The new laws will introduce hate as an aggravating factor in sentencing crimes for online threats and harassment. They will also include a new federal offense of aggravated hate speech and penalties for preachers and leaders who promote violence. And that's it for the news at 12. Up next, sports.
The Midday News was brought to you by Total Tools. Every tool, every trade. Success powered by learning. The Time brought to you by Sandals Corporate University. Come grow with us is
12:21.
Welcome home to Tessera. Gated Smart Homes by SIAC Community in Portmore. Enjoy climate-resilient living with 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom smart homes starting at $36.95 million. Safe, sustainable, and perfect for families ready to live smarter. Apply online today at smarthomesjamaica.com. Smart Homes by SIAC, where smart comes standard.
From the Nationwide News Network, comprehensive, up-to-the-minute local and international sports news. This is the Nationwide Sports at Noon.
Good afternoon, welcome to your lunchtime sports report. I'm Oreen Buchanan. We bowl things off with, guessed it right, West Indies cricketers Devon Conway and Tom Latham produced a dominant opening day performance as New Zealand took firm control of the third test against the West Indies at the Bay Oval. The opening pair shared a commanding 323-run partnership for the first wicket, the second highest in New Zealand's test cricketing history. Their stand is only bettered by Glenn Turner and Terry Jarvis's 387 against the West Indies in Georgetown back in 1972. Conway anchored the innings with an unbeaten 178, batting through the day with patience and authority on a placid Bay Oval surface. Captain Tom Latham provided ideal support at the other end, scoring a fluent 137 before falling late in the day. Their efforts powered New Zealand to 334 for 1 at stumps, leaving the West Indies bowlers largely frustrated after being asked to field for most of the day. Assistant coach of the West Indies, Ryan Griffith, had no explanation for the team's poor showing in the field.
It's a tough day. It's cricket, that's how it goes. Sometimes you have tough time and sometimes you have some easy days, right? However, yes, Devon and Tom played well. I thought the partnership that they put on sets the game up for New Zealand, but it's still in progress.
Griffith counts Latham's dismissal as a positive.
It's make a difference. He was dropped earlier, but it's good to see that we still have the mindset. We're still battling out there and still got the wicket. You want a wicket, definitely. You don't want to come back knowing that no wicket didn't fall, but it is good to have that wicket, so we come back with that positive mindset.
Ryan Griffith. Sticking with cricket, as England will resume day 3 of the third Ashes Test on 218 for 8, trailing by a further 158 runs. Ben Stokes 45 and Jofra Archer 30 are the not-out batsmen. This is in reply to Australia's first innings score of 371. Former captain Nasser Hussain stated that while England's batting has been at the centre of all the discussion thus far, their bowling is also under the spotlight.
Mustn't forget how they went with the ball. Up front were not very good, short and wide, and it led to that fallout between Stokes and Archer. Archer, as athlete, was by far the pick of the bowlers. 5 wickets, deserved it today. Shut up a few of the critics of him in Brisbane. But there was that moment where he bowled a short wide one and he got cut by Stark, and Stokes refused to change the field, and then he bowled straight. And there was that heated moment where Stokes basically said, I'm not setting a field for bad bowling. Bowl at the stumps, that's where I want you to do it. I think that was a good moment for Stokes to lay down to his whole bowling attack. We've not bowled well in this whole series.
Michael Atherton, who's also a former England captain, stated that the batting lineup is going about business the wrong way thus far in the series.
Hardly see a cut shot. Yesterday, England got cut to ribbons, square the wicket. So their discipline, accuracy, relentlessness of the fast bowlers, alongside the skill and variety that Lyon as the off-spinner and Stark left arm, bowl fast all day actually in these hot conditions. Their attack was just head and shoulders above England's yesterday. Archer apart, who obviously was outstanding. And
skipping over to Ben Francis Cup action, as action in the Issa Ben Francis knockout competition will take centre stage in Jamaica's high school football competition late on Thursday. Clarendon College will lock horns against Mannings at Stets, while last season's beaten the Costa Cup finalist McGrath will square off against Cornwall College at Draxall. Both games are scheduled to kick off at 3 p.m. Racing United are now enjoying life at second place in Jamaica Premier League standings after 12 rounds of action. This after they surprised newly crowned CONCACAF club champions Mount Pleasant Football Academy, clipping them 1-0 on Wednesday at the Ferdinita Park, courtesy of a Damian Herrera's added time strike. With the victory, Racing United moves to within a point of leaders Montego Bay United, who are currently on 26 points. Marvin Tate, assistant coach of the team, explained that the former JPL champions played right into their hands.
The game basically started out very evenly. We all knew that as long as we could keep running, Mount Pleasant would have slowed up. And they actually fell right into our plans as it was. So when they slowed up, they wanted to win that badly, so they were coming at us. So we realized that we could get the long ball over. And that is a tactic we used in the last couple of minutes, and it paid off. I've been coaching for quite some time now. And when I turned up at racing mid-season, I was very shocked. It's a long time, about 10, 15 years. I have not seen a pool of talent existing in one place like what exists right now.
For Theodore Whitmore, head coach of Mount Pleasant, he stated that his team weren't clinical in front of goal as they usually are.
It was a tough loss. I think we deserved something out the game. I think we did enough out the game, but we came up short, not scoring this afternoon. But defensively, I think we were solid. Create numerous scoring opportunity could have put away from racing, but again, if you don't score goal, you don't win game. And 1 minute of brilliance, and that was it. Again, this is done and dusted, so we just have to look to the next one.
Theodore Whitmore. Now the curtains came down on the urban basketball finals on Wednesday, delivering thrilling finishes across the under-16 and under-19 divisions. In the under-16 final, Wolmer's produced a strong late push to edge Norman Manley 29-25 in a closely contested matchup, securing the championships after 4 quarters of intense defense and discipline. In the under-19 final, it was even tighter as Gainstead held their nerves to defeat Jose Marti 48-45 in a high-scoring showdown that kept fans on edge until the final buzzer. Following the finals, the Junior League standing saw Wolmer's crowned champions, with Norman Manley finishing second, St. Hughes third, and Jonathan Grant fourth. In the Senior League, Gainstead emerged champions, followed by Jose Marti in second, Wolmer's in third, and Norman Manley rounding out the top 4 finishes. Mushet High delivered a commanding doubleheader performance against Holland High in Issa Schoolboy Basketball Rural Zone B under-16 action on Wednesday. In Game 1, Mushet High pulled away in the second half to secure a 43-30 win. After a closely contested opening, Mushet exploded with an 18-point third quarter to take control. Darren Gibson was outstanding, pouring in 23 points, grabbing 11 rebounds and adding 7 steals to lead the charge. Ajani Ranger provided solid support, chipping in with 12 points. Holland High battled but could not contain Mushet's defensive pressure. Mushet High was even more dominant in Game 2, cruising to a 45-8 victory. Strong starts in both halves put the result beyond doubt early. Gibson again led the way with 16 points, along with 2 rebounds and 3 steals, while Ranger filled the stat sheet with 13 points, 5 rebounds, 7 steals, and 3 assists. Jamal Hall scored 4 points for Holland High. Mushet High remained unbeaten and firmly in control of Rural Zone B. Now to some athletics news, as the World Athletics Championships Tokyo 25 has set a new standard for global sport, earning platinum level recognition under the Athletics for a Better World ABW standard. Following a rigorous evaluation by international sustainability experts, the event was praised for cutting environmental impact while maximizing social and local economic benefits. Only the third event to reach the top tier since the ABW system was launched in 2024, Tokyo 25 is the first World Athletics Championships to achieve the honor. World Athletics President Sebastian Coe says the organizers made sustainability a priority from the outset, creating a template that all sporting events, not just athletics, can follow. As the first outdoor championships host to fully adapt all 55 ABW action areas, Tokyo 25 delivered a sustainability plan that organizers now call the Tokyo Model. Local Organizing Committee President Mitsugi Ogata says the achievement reflects deep collaboration and a shared commitment to delivering a truly responsible global event. And rounding up sports news, national cyclist Laurie Sharp is recuperating at Linstead Hospital after she was struck from her bicycle in the Bog Gorge on Wednesday morning. According to her mother, Donna K. Sharp, who is also General Secretary of the Jamaica Cycling Federation, the incident occurred while Laurie was on her way back from a training session.
She sustained injuries being hit by a motor vehicle on her way back from Linstead. It happened somewhere in the Bogwell Gorge, I'm told, and a passerby assisted her. She was unconscious, but she regained consciousness when she arrived at the hospital. She has done some x-rays and awaiting a CT scan to be done. She has gotten some stitches for some lacerations and they've dressed some bruises. So she's being observed and we're hoping for the best at this time.
Donna K. Sharp, mother of Laurie Sharp. Those are the stories making a lunchtime sports report. Do stick and stay with us. We'll hear again at 5:25 later this evening. Until then, stay tuned, stay glued, and stay locked in to Nationwide 90 FM.
Contact the Cannabis Licensing Authority at 876-562-0591 or visit their website at cla.gov.jm. The time by the Cannabis Licensing Authority, building an industry, cultivating responsibly is
12:33.
MSME operators, your lifeline has been extended. Grab it. You now have until December 31, 2025 to apply for the NWC MSME amnesty. Get a 50% write-off on qualified outstanding arrears, a waiver on reconnection fees, and up to 3 months to pay the remaining balance. Conditions apply. Email customercare@nwc.com.jm or dial 888-CALL-NWC for further details. It's an opportunity for recovery. Apply today.
Recapping our top stories making the nationwide world at noon. Road Safety Council makes renewed call for policing of the demerit point system under the Road Traffic Act. Road patching under government's GO program begins in Kingston. UN expresses optimism Jamaica will bounce back well from the damage wrought by Hurricane Melissa. I'm Tona Thomas. You can find the news on our website at rivanews.ai. and on the Riva News app, available on Google Play and the App Store. Major news next at 5.
Enough power tool, big to small. Jackama figure dig the wall. Up a total tools. Weed waka figure trim the lawn. We have everything a job demand. Total tools. We rent them, sell them and fix them. Also give Total Tools a call. When you say home improvement, landscape construction, a Total Tools are your option. Home improvement, landscape construction, Total Tools are your option.
Total Tools, located at 102 Main Street, Ocho Rios, 34 Slipe Road, Kingston.
And lot C6 Jacksaw, Sentence Bay. Call us today.
Attention pensioners paid by the Accountant General's Department. Serving you is our priority. That's why the AGD will be open this weekend, Saturday, December 20 and Sunday, December 21 from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. to facilitate the collection of life certificates. For those who have not yet submitted your life certificate for the period October to December 2025, you may also drop it off at AGD's drop boxes located at parish libraries in St. James, Hanover, Westmoreland, Portland, and Manchester. If you have already submitted your life certificate for this period, there is no need to submit again. At the AGD, we're here to serve.
Importers, clear customs, not your schedule. Download the JA Customs Connect mobile app from the Google Play and Apple App Stores and enjoy the ease to calculate your customs duties, search for tariff codes, track and trace your shipments, pay your declarations, and so much more, all in a click, right at your fingertips. So save time, save money. Download JA Customs Connect mobile app today. It's fast, safe, and convenient. For details, visit jca.gov.jm. JA Customs Connect mobile app is powered by the Jamaica Customs Agency. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
Season's greetings. Here is your invitation to join Oasis with Lloyd Gale, December 16 to 26 at 12:55 p.m. Listen to Music for Christmas, all toward a blessed Christmas season 2025. Oasis, December 16 to 26, only on Nationwide.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to the Police National College, the National Police College at Twickenham Park, where I've been coming from 10 this morning at the Transforming Our Police Service Awards ceremony. and all courtesy of the Police Civilian Oversight Authority. And the CEO is Otara Byfield Nugent.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and thanks for inviting us.
Of course, as always.
And again, TOPS for the first time. What is the mission? What is the mandate?
TOPS for us really has a number of objectives, but it's really a part of an accountability framework that we have, which is to hold JCF members accountable. But it consists of a number of phases, right? So the first phase is really an inspection and having an award ceremony for that fieldwork that is done in the inspection phase. But it doesn't stop there. We also go back and have a performance review meeting that looks at all the commanders who had been inspected, and we come together and discuss the reports and to see how we can improve on those reports and those findings and recommendations. And then we go back now and test those targets that are set at the meeting. So it's a build out of a full accountability framework that we're trying to achieve. But I think one of the important objectives is really to boost the morale of our police officers and identify what excellence looks like in the police force.
This has been going for a number of years. Since 2019?
2019.
Yes, that's going 6 years.
Right.
How have the men and women of the force been responding?
They have been responding very well. What I would like, though, however, is to continue the monitoring phase of it. So you'll have this inspection and you have your award ceremony. But we'd like to monitor to continue to see that they are on the right track and that they are improving. So I think they are doing pretty much well. If you look even at the trajectory of St. Catherine North, which is a part of Area 5, they have been doing pretty well since we started with them in 2020. In fact, when we did the reinspection for St. Catherine North, that was a division where every single station achieved 100% compliance in records management. So I think the program serves its purpose, but I think we also have to maintain that monitoring to ensure that it continues and there is sustained improvement.
Yeah. Tell me, I detect going across Jamaica doing broadcasts like these, meeting policemen and women, that there's a greater level of pride.
Absolutely.
In the JCF.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Some weeks ago, I was in Savlamar. I met a group of young men and women, and they were speaking confidently about the JCF they are now a part of.
Absolutely.
Is that as a result of the successes you're having nationally in reducing crime?
I think so. I think it's a balance of a number of things. Apart from the operational side of things where you're having reductions in murders, I think there's a greater thrust to ensure that the procedures and the policies are followed. And I think the PCOA plays a big part in ensuring that those standards and policies are maintained. And I think they're taking greater pride. And a part of what we do also is a sensitization of the different levels and different layers of the force, so that they understand what we do, what we come out and look for, and understand the importance of the back office processes to overall operational success.
So tell me now, the controversial issue of police fatal shootings.
Right.
What role, if any, does the PCOA play in that?
I think the PCOA in general looks at policies and procedures, and where we see where there's a gap, we have that discussion with the Jamaica Constabulary Force. What is very important about our role and what people need to understand as well, if you look at the name, Police Civilian Oversight Authority, there are two important elements or stakeholders right there. So there's the Jamaica Constabulary Force and there are the citizens. And so the PCOA has to have that balance of objectivity. And where we play a role is to understand the perspective from the citizens, also understand the perspective from the police officers and try to get them to meet somewhere. And so I understand the concern of the citizens. It's very important for body-worn cameras to be a part of the operations of the JCF because it provides that objective evidence that we need. But we also have to understand from another perspective that the build-out and the foundation has to be there for it to be effective. If you even look at one of the posters that, what I think is the third place winner, that poster had cameras on, trust on. And that is just simply what it is.
Yes.
It provides that level of trust and confidence in the JCF, and that is what we are trying to push. Those policies and procedures that will allow the citizens to experience that quality service because they are following the rules. And I think that is a big part of what we try to do.
Yeah. So you're in Area 5 today?
We are in Area 5 today.
So when do you do the rest?
So next year will be Area 4. I hope they're hearing. So each year we do an area.
Okay.
So we're back in Area 4 next year. As you know, it's a very small staff, so we have stresses.
Yeah.
You know,
Area 5 encompasses where?
Area 5 encompasses stations in St. North, St. Catherine South, St. Thomas, and St. Andrew North. So I think 39 stations.
In all?
In all.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me as
CEO
usual.
of the Police Civilian Oversight Authority, Mrs. Otara Byfield Nugent. Thank you very much. All right. We're going to take the break and come back.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light.
Recycling partners of Jamaica, yeah, we got to make a change, and we have to do it now, can't wait for later. We put plastic in its place, and we all can agree that will be safer than in the gullies and in the drains. Recycling partners of Jamaica, we put plastic in its place. Well, I say no matter about your class or status or title, got to be responsible and recycle. Yes, we are talk about plastic buckle boat. You have to make sure say you're the right type to. So look for the triangle with the one or two. But I don't matter could a yellow or blue. You have to just make sure them empty, collect them plenty, recycling revenue. So listen up Jamaica, I'm saying it's time to make a change. Recycling partners of Jamaica, we put plastic in its place, and we all can agree that will be safer than in the gullies in the every veins. Recycling partners of Jamaica, we put plastic in its place.
Season's greetings. Here is your invitation to join Oasis with Loy Gale, December 16 to 26 at 12:55 p.m. Listen to Music for Christmas, all toward a blessed Christmas season 2025. Oasis, December 16 to 26, only on Nationwide.
Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM with Pepita and Honeybee from 3 to 5 p.m. as we broadcast live from Megamart Waterloo, Saturday, December 20. Pepita and Honeybee plus Megamart equals a festive customer appreciation celebration. Join us at Megamart Waterloo for the customer appreciation festivities, samplings, entertainment, and more. Pepita and Honeybee are doing it mega with Megamart. Come be part of the mega broadcast with Pepita and Honeybee, Saturday, December 20, 2025 at Megamart Waterloo from 3 to 5 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
time for us to get out of here. I see in our YouTube chat the sorry lot that we call the West Indies cricket team is again causing heartache and pain for West Indian supporters. And I've now learned that I no longer watch them and follow them, I tell you the truth, because I just gave up. The pain was too much. And when I woke up this morning and checked the score, New Zealand batting first were 330 odd for one. 330 odd for one. On a very placid wicket. And I'm wanting to suggest to you that it's an easy wicket to bat on, but let us see if the West Indian boys are able to put together a decent score on the same wicket when they face the New Zealand bowlers. Yeah? I see strong link on the chat saying, when will this West Indies team stop embarrassing us? Perhaps we need to accept their uselessness and disband them. Not a bad idea. I think we need to take a break from international cricket. Yeah? Because I think it is just bad for mental health, bad for morale. You know, it's just not happening at all. Yeah? Not happening. So that's how we're going to leave it for this afternoon. Yes? I see my producer, Nora Gay Banton. Yes? Nora Gay. Apparently, Nora has found a young lady to talk with me about. Giselle Wallace of Spanish Town High School. And Giselle won second prize in the poster competition. Yes? And she's joining us now. Yeah? She did this poster. Disarm, detain, serve, protect, educate, defend, make Jamaicans feel safe. Congratulations, Giselle.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So tell me, what went into you doing this poster? Tell me about the process to the finished product. And here, you're a prize winner.
Well, it took me a long while to do, but it came into sense. Well, sir was the one who introduced me to it.
Oh, it's your teacher?
Yes.
What's your name, sir?
Yeah, Mr. Tyrone Rowe, and we're
Tyrone.
from Spanish Town High School.
Okay, yes. And you teach her
Yes, sir.
art?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So he was part of the process of leading you?
Yes, sir.
Good. And what did you learn in that process?
Well, I learned that the police really work very, very hard to keep Jamaica under control and protect it. The murder rate has been dropped very, very low, which is very good.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people can live and see their future.
Yes. And second prize, you expected that?
No, not
You were surprised?
Yes, I was very surprised.
Yeah? But tell me about the layout and how you went about it, Giselle.
Well, it took me a long while to do, but I had to, like the police defense and so I draw them. Took me a while with cartridge paper and straw board with tape to keep it down so it doesn't go away or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to write down the names so people can understand what I'm drawing
Yes.
or creating. So that's what I did.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of research you had to do?
Well, a lot of research.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
And you learned about the several areas that the police were
sir.
involved in.
Yes, sir.
What grade are you?
9G.
You're in grade 9?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, teach, Mr. Taylor, you said?
Mr. Rowe.
Rowe.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rowe, what kind of student is Giselle?
Giselle, as you can see, she's very creative. She's very skilled. I saw her in grade 8, but I wasn't her teacher at the time. as an ex-teacher, Mrs. Angela Cephas. She's the HOD of the department. She in this now big up herself, Miss Cephas, right? I saw her and I said, wow, she's really good, exceptional. And when the competition came up, I said, all right, I picked her out. I said, Giselle, you're going to do this. And she's saying, sir, I can't. This is her, no. She's always going to say she can. But she's the one who is going to pull through. You understand? When you give her work, I don't know her style, you know. She always say, I can't. But when she bring the work, they're saying it's something completely magnificent.
Yeah.
And I just told her what to do. I gave her the information slip that we got from the PCOS. And I said, Giselle, this is what you need to do, but you need to research these things. And she said, when do you need it, sir? And I said, all right, give me by next week, Wednesday. So, for example, I gave her the Monday. I said, bring it next week, Wednesday. And when she brought the work, I said, wow, you know, this is going to carry us somewhere.
Yeah.
That's what I told her. I said, this is a very good piece. And that's how we kicked it off.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
man, she's an excellent artist.
Oh,
very
very good.
excellent.
Where you want to be, Giselle?
Well, I don't know yet.
You still have a lot of time. Don't worry about it. You have a lot of time. How old are you?
14.
14. You have a lot of time. Good. Well, congratulations, Giselle. Congratulations, Teach.
Yes.
Yeah, for guiding her and encouraging her. We appreciate it.
Yeah, man. She have many more competition to go to. Even though she's saying her heart is beating fast. And I'm saying, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club of excellence.
Very well.
That's where it's going to go, you know?
Good,
Yeah,
good.
man, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Take care.
Yes.
All right.
Good. All right, that's where we're going to leave it for today. I want to say thanks to our contributors, or producer, Nora Gay Banton, or broadcast engineer and location, Jermaine Compass, or videographer, Jamal. Yes, good afternoon and thank you very much, Jamal. And, of course, to the members of the news and production team back at Broadcasting House. Thank you all so much. And to the members of our YouTube community. Yeah, big up on yourself, YouTubers. Yeah, you're all out in numbers. We're going to make way now for Oasis with Loy Gale. Tomorrow it's Friday, so Tyrone Reed will be here tomorrow. God willing, I'll see you back here on Monday morning at 10.
You've just heard Cliff Hughes Online on Nationwide 90 FM. Join Cliff Monday to Thursdays between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. for Cliff Hughes Online.
Like a rock, my hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.